Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick commentary on the Resident Evil 4 demo, what I played from it, and my general thoughts. I'm not really super hot on the demo, at least compared to the original Resident Evil. I know there's a lot of debate on which one is better, but I just have 10 points that I just want to go through. So yeah, first of all, I mean, when you use the controller, at least on the PS4, it has a built-in speaker, right? And it'll be used for almost anything, from the radio, which makes sense, but even to like unholstering your gun. So you constantly hear the sound effect from the holstering of the gun to the controller. Of course, you can turn that off. By default, they intend for that to be the general experience, which is just kind of distracting and very odd to me. Number two, the movement is very smooth and floaty, not as snappy. And of course, I did see one video that kind of explained this well, because you don't have the fluidness and responsiveness. You know, in the original, you couldn't move around as much, and you were more static and tank controls. Essentially, the way they compensate is that Leon's grip is very flimsy, kind of all over the place, and it feels just very fluid, but like overly fluid in a weird way that doesn't really feel good to me, at least. It's because the original, it was snappy, like, and that's the other thing. In the original, you could turn 180 degrees. There was a button to do that. You could turn 180, turn 180. You know, even though it was on tank controls, you could still manipulate it appropriately. The biggest thing, I think, at least from the Wii version, is that when the reticle would hit something, at least in the demo, it wouldn't turn red and wouldn't rumble, which is a staple of the old game, which is just like, that's a main mechanic that is just missing. That is actually unacceptable. This scene right here, actually, this reminds me, this whole exchange, like, I really don't like how they handled this in the original, because the guy talks to him and he seems like a normal guy, and in here the guy's eyes are literally glowing red from the first encounter, so it's just so painfully obvious that he's just evil. And here, this one, he doesn't even, I think, talk. He just attacks Leon as he looks at this guy, this badge. Yeah. And in the original, what's really cool is that, you kill him and it says, oh, he's not a zombie. And so that's actually pretty cool. And again, this happened in gameplay, not in a cutscene. So it's just a totally different tone, totally different lighting. I mean, everything, right? So the ambiguity as to whether this guy is a zombie or just like infected with like a parasite you found out later is totally gone. That ambiguity is gone. The other thing I have to say, from the fluidity and the motion or whatever of this entire series ever since the Resi 2 remake, basically the entire series is trying really hard to be like the movie of The Walking Dead. Like, it's trying very hard to hit that niche. So the game does look very good. It is stunning. The volumetric lighting, the scenery, everything, it looks really, really nice. And that's kind of an issue, because you don't have this gloom and depression that's really set the atmosphere, along with apparently a lot of ambient tracks are just missing from this game, which is that's just bad. But everything has this beautiful bloom and volumetric lighting, which looks great, but it really kind of ruins the mood. And so here you see the reticle will not turn red, it won't even rumble. And it's supposed to be kind of like more, floaty or whatever, so Leon can't land all of his shots, but even so. So yeah, the mood or whatever, it just can't sit still. Like, there's no mood. Everything is too dynamic and bright and whatever, that it's the wrong mood. I don't know what else to say. The only thing I think I can end on is that the original Resident Evil was just so well made that almost changing anything to it is, I mean, it's a masterpiece, so changing anything to it just doesn't work. The other thing too I don't like is they changed a lot of the one-liners and the dialogue, and from what I've seen from other videos, the voice acting in this one is really, really bad. like strangely bad. Like they hired someone off the street with no enthusiasm. Bad. I find it. I find it bizarre rather than just, oh, okay, that sucks. It's very, very strange. Anyway, that's all I have to say. It still is a fairly solid game, but again, if you run this up against the original, it's just gonna get, I think, demolished by the original. It's just too good. But anyway, there it is. See you later, guys.